I'm gonna pin a comment. Hi everyone, hey Mills. Okay, let's see if I can pin this. All right, so today we are talking about content. Hey everyone, I see you getting on here. Say hi, just drop a little note and tell me how you're doing today. What's something good that's happening? What's something you're excited about? Just go ahead and drop it. I can shout them out as we get going. So yes, we are going to talk about writing better content today. And really, we're talking about nurturing our clients, okay? So nurturing our audience, nurturing the people who do come and follow us. I know that the whole nurture thing is kind of like marketing jargon, so hang in there with me. Essentially, I'm going to help you become a better content creator, make creating content easier so that you can attract high-paying, loyal clients. Wouldn't that just be so nice to easily know exactly what to say and what to post to attract those local women to follow you and then know exactly how to turn them into clients? What a dream. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. So where I kind of want to start with this is really with some of the blocks that come. Over the past few years, I think we all can agree that the beauty industry has seen a major shift from being, primarily about walk-ins, handing out business cards. Like when I graduated hair school in 2009, not to date myself here, but I built a lot of my business handing out business cards. My husband, well, we're married now, but we weren't at the time, but he would help me put together these little packs with goodies and free samples, and my card was in there and all kinds of little stuff. And we would literally drive business to business around my salon and pass these out to the people that worked there. I would take donuts to places with business cards. That is the world that many of us were used to. And now we are content creators, right? We used to be able to get by with just being great stylists, having the word of mouth pumping, have everybody out there talking about us. Now we are content creators. We have to know how to market ourselves. We have to know how to put ourselves out there in order to get attention. We cannot just take a more passive role and just count on the fact that if we're good at hair, it's all gonna work out for us, okay? It used to be like that. It isn't like that anymore. And the good thing about it not being like that anymore is that it is a completely level playing field, meaning no matter where you are in your career, no matter how long you've lived in your city or how many people you know, or how much time you took off for maternity leave, you have just as equal of an opportunity to get out there and build an amazing business quickly and with people that you actually want to work with, okay? So as content creators now, hairstylists / content creator / accountant / but as content creators, here is where, hi Ariel, here is where we get blocked, okay? So the first one that I see, the biggest block that I see is overthinking, right? We're overthinking. And there's a lot of reasons that we overthink, but in my opinion, overthinking, hi JC, welcome. Overthinking is really, I think, the trendiest kind of procrastination, right? We kind of feel like it's good because it's well, let me do more research. Let me look at more things. Let me, wait for the perfect sunlight coming in, right? It's so easy to use overthinking as the biggest block in what we're doing. And some of it is really linked to this perfectionist thing, right? We put all this pressure on ourselves. We want it to be a viral reel. We want it to be something our stylist friends are gonna love. We want it to be the one thing that changes everything for us, right? So all of this pressure on our shoulders is just obviously leading to overthinking. It's not helping us. I'm hoping at the end of this training today, you guys are going to feel that pressure release and just have a good place to get started and get running. Yes, Mills says overthinking is the killer of creativity. Absolutely, absolutely. We can't be both, and we can't be an action taker and an overthinker, right? Like they can't exist at the same time. So I'm gonna help you guys get into action mode. So the second block that happens when we're in this content creator position is we just don't like our photos. Okay, we don't like the photos we're taking. We don't like the client's hair, like we want it to be a different photo that we're posting. We don't want to post another brunette root touch-up bob or something like that, okay? But not taking good photos, as you guys are going to see, is not a reason to not show up. So I'm going to be sharing 4 other kinds of photos that you guys can be using other than hair photos. So this is going to be perfect if you are trying to grow a blonding clientele, you don't have a ton of blonde clients yet, what can you be posting? This is going to help you kind of get your feet in the game, get yourself out there and showing up to where that's also not going to be something that stops you. Also with photos, I did just release a reel, so go and check this out on how to do better styling, because I think that a lot of times it's like, oh, I'm just not good at taking photos. I actually think it's the styling more than the photo taking, because technology has evolved so much with our smartphones. I even have an 11, you guys. I haven't upgraded my phone in like 3 years. I'm going to be doing that soon, but I have an iPhone 11 and I still feel like it does a lot of the heavy lifting for me in any of the photos I take, as long as I'm nailing the styling. So a reel that I just released, I share some of my favorite styling tips for taking photos, which is going to be 2 different things. So really quickly, one of them is just really about subtlety. Subtlety gets totally lost on camera. Like, I don't know even if you guys have seen people who do makeup for professional photography. If they were out walking around with that makeup, it would look crazy, right? Like, it would look insane. I wear extremely natural makeup, and whenever people catch me out at events or I'm out with friends, in the picture, I look like I'm not wearing any makeup. You can't see blush, you can't see lips, you can't see anything. Like, subtlety is so lost. So when we're going to be taking photos for Instagram, we need to do exaggerated styling and amp it up a notch. But that is one of the reasons we don't create. We don't like the photos we get. We don't like the videos we get. Okay, so I'm gonna help you guys with that. And then the last thing, the last block for why we don't show up is just not having any ideas. And it's funny because we all know there's a million things we could do, and I almost think that's what leads us to do nothing, right? Because it's like, oh my God, I could do anything. I could do so many things that we end up not doing anything. So I also have an idea for you to really help you get out of your own way in that regard. Okay, so let's talk about how to be a better content creator. And where I want to start with this before I share my tips with you is, first, you really need to know what you're trying to attract. Okay, what are you trying to attract? Often we're putting out content that we would like to see, right? And that's very normal, like gut instinct. But we want to be sure that we're thinking about, okay, what is my goal for doing these posts? And obviously, it's going to be make money. We want amazing clients. We want our loyal clients to be following us and be like, wow, my hairstylist is the best hairstylist in the world. I would never think of going anywhere else, right? That is what we're trying to do with our content. So we always want to have like a filter in our mind in that way. And that's literally the only filter you need, right? I'm like telling you don't overthink it, and then I'm giving you this stipulation, but let me show you how easy this is. So first of all, what I want you to get in the habit of is looking at your previous week of clients, okay? So let's say you're like, all right, I'm gonna plan out some content for this week. I'm really gonna try to show up. The first step is literally pulling up your calendar from last week. You can even go 2 weeks if you need to. And what I want you to do looking at your calendar is we're using your calendar as a way to spark your memory, okay? And be like, oh yeah, I saw Ashley. Ashley has been trying to grow out her hair for 3 years. She's not making any progress. It's really frustrating her. And so we talked about XYZ. You guys, that's a post, okay? That is a post. So now you can see, okay, I can talk about growing out your hair because I just talked about that. You can see that, Sharon is wanting to have something trendy but not have to come see you all the time. You can talk about that. So use your calendar from the previous month to remind yourself all of the info you've already been sharing. The point is to talk about topics that are relevant, that are happening now, and that your clients actually care about, right? We think so up here, and I talk about this all the time, but our knowledge of hair and beauty and trends and fashion is way up here, and we take it for granted because we've been in the industry for 10 years. Like, of course it's up here. We speak almost like another language. So when you can look back in your calendar and see very practically, oh yeah, growing out her hair, having a low maintenance hair color, yada, 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 you're going to then have a ton of practical inspiration. So then what do you do, right? So I always recommend doing the opposite of what everyone else says, which is basically pick a photo and then write about the photo. That's old news. We're not going to do that. You are going to find this idea, okay, growing out your hair. And now we are just going to pair it with a photo. And honestly, the photo could be anything, okay? It could be anything. It could be a older hair photo that you've posted before, but you haven't posted in a while. You could post that. You could do a new portfolio photo. But you could also do photos of your suite, okay? Just your space. That is such an easy video, right? Just walk around your suite, kind of touching, feeling everything, showing people. You could do a friendly selfie, right? Post that and then talk about growing out your hair. You could share images from a product brand. So if you're going to talk about how growing out your hair, Olaplex can really help with that. Maybe you agree with that, maybe you don't. But if you did, you could go to Olaplex's Instagram, repurpose some of their professional photography, tag them, give them credit. And then you could also just share a screenshot, right? And this doesn't have to be about hair growth. This can just be a testimonial. JC did amazing on my hair. I'm obsessed with her. I wish I could see her every week is the image. And then you're like, have you been frustrated that you haven't been growing out your hair? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about why this happens. That is a post. So use your schedule from the previous week to really spark your memory about what is relevant and what your clients are going through right now. Because I guarantee you, so many problems that your clients are having behind the chair, they are so universal. Hair has been hair, it will be hair. Like, we've had the same problems, we're gonna have them again. Like, it is so universal, so we don't have to be scared. Oh, but nobody's trying to grow out their hair right now. It's so, so universal. So those are some ideas to really get you out of your head, get you to stop overthinking, stop being critical over every little thing, and just create. Just put yourself out there. And I also just want to remind you that, like, if you don't want to dance on reels or in videos, you don't have to do that, right? If you don't want to lip sync, don't do that. Like, I think in my whole profile, there is maybe like 10 out of hundreds of reels that I've made where I do any kind of, there's probably less than 10, like maybe 7, where I've done a lip syncing, I have danced or anything like that. So I want you to know that sometimes what gets in our way is just we see what everyone else is doing, especially in our hair world bubble, right? We see what everyone else is doing and we just let it kind of discourage us from doing what we want to do. Instagram was telling me I've been on Instagram too much today. But what we can do is we don't have to feel this pressure to do what everyone else is doing or do what's trending or do what's popular. We can literally just show up as ourselves. It can be as simple as, like I said, filming your suite. It can be as simple as talking to the camera and sharing a tip. That's what like all of my content is. And when we give ourselves that permission to just show up authentically, talk about what I talked to my clients about last week, share it on Instagram in a photo or a video, we are gonna really free ourselves to actually make those baby steps forward. So I hope that this has helped you guys so much. As always, if you are looking to bring in more clients, JC and Ariel can tell you in here that luxury client method is the way to go. So if you have room for 4 or more clients a week, come over to Instagram at Ren Lopa Official. Send me the word clients. I would love to help you get fully booked and really know exactly how to attract the right people, how to keep them following you and excited about you, and then exactly how to turn them into those paying clients. JC says, yes, I've learned so much so far. I'm so happy. I'm so happy you're in my world, JC. You have truly done amazing. So thank you so much for sharing that. And I will see you all next week. If there is a topic that you guys want to hear in these weekly trainings, feel free to get in my DMs and let me know. These are for you, and I love showing up and supporting you. Good job showing up for yourself today, and I will see you all soon. Bye.